Live in 3, 2, 1, 0. Good morning sa lahat. This is the third video of our Module 1. Module 1 natin, pang isang buwan to guys. So, eto na yan. Good morning sa lahat. This is Mr. Dehan San Ordinario. That is Ma'am Lizelle. And that is Sir Dale. Dito may mga viewers ako guys. So, our third video is regarding the global water resources and its use. So last time we discussed about I just want to thank the sponsors of my trip. I was born intelligent, you know. Hi. Anyway, recap tayo last time. Let's try out the quiz regarding the atmosphere and simple facts about the thermosphere. Yan, yung nakaraan. Okay, so ngayon naman pag-uusapan natin all about the global water resources and its use. So nakalagay dito sa ating module, our next topic, dito magbasa, mas malinaw. Our next topic is all about the water resources and water usage. Water is often, who wants to read? Who wants to read, guys? Okay, wala, ako na lang. Our next topic is all about water resources. It is one of the most abundant compounds in the earth. What is the most abundant element in our whole world? Who wants to recite? Sabi ni Ma'am Lizelle, it's the hydrogen. Tama, Hydrogen is the most abundant element in our universe. Well, actually, hydrogen, when combined with oxygen, it is a compound. It will produce a compound water, or the H2O. Okay, if you would imagine, guys, these are two gas elements. When combined it together to become a compound, it will become a liquid form. So hydrogen is actually a gas, and oxygen gas also. When you combine it together, it will produce a compound water. So that's that H2O. So bakit important yung water in our world? It's a sign of life daw actually. If you're looking for a planet, and syempre, most of the planet has this earth or soil. I mean earth as soil. Pero one of the important things to consider on looking for a planet that is inhabitable is the presence of water. So hydrology, on the other hand, is the study of movement. So when we say hydro, it's water, logi or logos, meaning the study. So it's all about the study of water. So the study of movement and hydrology and quality of water, hydrologic cycles, water resources, and water resources and environmental water sustainability. Bakit important ang water sustainability? Later on, we will discuss it clearly. It is frequently simply denoted as the study of water daw yung hydrology, guys. So ano ba yung mga essentialities of water? The following are some of the important features of water. Number 1, metabolism. It aids the metabolism of animals. Ano yung metabolism? Metabolism is actually a process yung paano natin ginagamit. When we say nutrition is a process of taking in nutrients from the outside going into our body. So it's a process of using the nutrients and converting it into usable form of energy. So that's same concept about metabolism. How we use the things to incorporate it in our body. That's metabolism. It aids the metabolism of animals. So water, sabi niyo daw dito, nakakatulong on how to aid the metabolism. Kaya kung napapansin niyo, or if you heard this saying, mabilis yung metabolism mo, kaya ikaw ay hindi masyadong tumataba kahit ikaw ay malakas kumain. Yung iba naman, kahit hindi masyadong kumakain pero tumataba. So actually, the metabolism takes place in that concept. So the metabolism is how fast you are using or burning the energy. Photosynthesis, another thing to consider in essentialities of water. Photosynthesis, it helps the metabolism of plants. So one thing to consider daw on looking for a planet, di ba? Actually ngayon yung mga scientists looking for other planets that are or that is inhabitable for humans later on. Bakit tayo naghahanap ng ibang planet? Kasi nga, if we use all the resources, kagaya na napag-usapan natin sa chapter 1 and 2 and other lessons, yung napag-usapan natin doon, we're looking for other places. Kasi if we use the resources of our Earth, naubos na natin, ano mangyayari sa ating Earth? So eventually, it will run out of its own resources. So what do we need to do? We look for other planets. We look for other things na mag-support ng ating life. So ngayon, isa sa mga things to consider is photosynthesis. It helps the metabolism of plants. Last time, I already discussed to you what is the importance or the main importance or the role that the plants are playing on the photosynthesis process. So, water daw is essential in photosynthesis process as well as lubrication. Ano naman itong lubrication? Being the liquid form and it aids to make friction less in surface. So if you're looking for lubrication, actually lubrication, pag sabi lubrication, it's oil, di ba? Usually oil siya. Pero as a lubricant, water is also an important thing to remember. It aids the frictionless surface. Kaya sabi doon na slippery when wet ang kalsada. Kasi nga merong water. Okay, so it acts as a lubricant. Number 4 thing to consider is transport substance. So in water, it's a transport substance. If you are an illegal logger, you know what I mean. Ano? It's a transport substance. Kapag ikaw ay puputol ng puno tapos illegal doon sa taas ng bundok, saan magpapadaan? Of course, sa river. It's a transport substance. It acts as a medium for transport for chemical activities within the cell. Again, example ko, if you're going to cut a tree and you're going to drag it from the top of the mountain going down, naku, mahirap yun. But if you use the river as a transport medium, it's easier. No? It acts as a medium for transport and chemical activities within the cell. So, transport of heat, it has a capability to absorb heat. Yung water has this particularly it has this ability to absorb heat. Paano klase? If you are into machines, di ba, meron kayong alam na water-cooled or air-cooled the motorcycles or engines. Pag sinabi natin water-cooled, it has this radiator or tawag niya dyan ng Tagalog, radiator. Diba? That's a radiator. Radiator has this coolant sa loob. Or the previous coolant is that they are using is the water. You know? Kasi it absorbs heat from the internal combustion chamber of the engines. Okay? Yung engine gumagana kasi merong apoy doon sa loob ng engine or merong heat. Okay? Heat is equivalent to energy. Energy is equivalent to work, actually. So, energy produces work. So, ngayon, internal combustion chambers of the machines has this very intensive heat. Ano? So, the point of cooling or the means of cooling the machine is by means of a cooling system. Ano yung cooling system natin? Is it the air cooling system or the water cooling system? Yun, dalawa yung options natin. So, in most of the four wheels or yung mga malalaking sasakyan, they have this cooling system na ang gamit nila, water cooling system. So, transport of heat, it has the capability to absorb heat. Yun. So, support. Yung water daw is essentialities of water as well is the support. It assists humans, animals, plants in daily life. Paano nasabi natin, sir? Paano nasabi natin it assists us in our daily lives and services? It acts as an assistant. Paano tayo makapaglinis ng bahay? Paano tayo makakaligo? Paano tayo to clean things? Water supports us on our daily life. And if you would notice on your history classes, saan ba nag-start ang civilization? Saan nag-start ang civilization? Saang area? Most likely, nagkukumpul-kumpul yung tao, it's in the river banks actually. So, malapit sa may tubig, malapit sa may dagat. So, hindi sila magkakaroon ng civilization sa gitna ng bundok na malayo sa tubig. Why? Because water acts as a support system. Number 7, temperature control. Kanina, most likely, it's almost the same in transport and heat. Ito naman, temperature control. Water helps the control and regulation of temperature. Paano natin masasabing temperature control? When you were inside the womb of your mother, nung ikaw ay pinagbubuntis niya, or tayong lahat ay pinagbubuntis na ating mga magulang, meron tayong kumbaga capsule doon sa loob ng ating tiyan, ng ating nanay. Ano? So, meron din doon tinatawag na amniotic fluid. So, yung amniotic fluid acts as a temperature control. It is a buffer. Paano natin makokontrol yung temperature? Kapag masyadong malamig sa labas, kailangan i-cool down tayo ng amniotic fluid para hindi tayo maapektuhan sa loob. The amniotic fluid controls the temperature. Kapag sobra namang init sa labas, ano ba sinabi ko kanina? Kapag sobrang init sa labas kanina, it will cool us down. Kapag sobrang lamig naman sa labas, it will act as a heat giver or a temperature riser. No? So, meron tayong 7 essentialities of water. So, metabolism, photosynthesis, meron tayong lubrication, transport substance, transport of heat, support, and temperature control. Mabilis ba? Of course, right? So, water is the most important of all compound substances. Okay? Actually, mabilis ito. Recap na lang to guys kasi, kasi na-stress ako. May nanonood sa akin. Water is the most important of all compound substances. So, it plays a vital role in all plants and animal life. So, many reactions, particularly in life processes, takes place only in the aqueous or water solutions because water is least expensive of all liquids because it is excellent solvent. Bakit daw least of all the solvents itong water? Bakit the least expensive? Kasi nga, sabi kanina ni Ma'am Lizelle, nagtaas siya ng kamay. Bakit daw siya least expensive? Because it is abundant, alright? So, kapag abundant ang isang component or isang element, it is actually cheaper than the rare elements, Example of rare elements, gold, right? Or aurum. Okay, di ba sa periodic table, ang ating gold nakalagay doon, AU, it's aurum. Ngayon, bakit siya rare? Bakit siya valuable? Kasi it's very rare. Kapag konti ang isang bagay, mas nagmamahal. Sana all. Kapag konti ang isang bagay, mas mahal ang value niya. Whereas, if things are very, ano tawag din Ma'am Lizelle? Marami. Abundant. Kapag marami, or, abundant yung isang element, it is actually cheaper. So, hydrologic cycle is composed of interconnections between reservoirs in the environment and living organisms in the physical processes involved in its transport between these reservoirs. Okay. Some of the processes that take place during hydrologic cycles are evaporation, sublimation, transpiration, condensation, advection, shun. Yeah. Alright. So, ano ba itong mga things to remember natin dito? What is hydrologic cycle? It is hydros, kanina nabanggit ko na. Hydro meaning water. Logos or logi meaning studies is the study of water. It's not just the study of water. It's also the study of movement. Movement of water. So, bakit important na yung word na cycle? Because if it's not in circular motion or in cycle, anong mangyayari? Hindi pwedeng it's not renewable, okay? Well, basically, there is no renewable kasi even the sun has its energy being lost. So, pero let's say it's renewable. Now, the hydrologic cycle is from one area going to another area and then going back to the same area. So basically, it's a cycle. Bakit umuulan? Okay, ano daw yung reason bakit umuulan? Or bakit nagkakaroon ng bagyo? So, masama ba or negative ba na magkaroon ng bagyo? Well, actually, it's good thing for the ecosystem pag magkaroon ng bagyo. Why? Kasi, sino magdidilig ng ating plants at ating mga trees doon sa bundok? Alangan naman ikaw ang mag-igib ng tubig dyan. Tapos didiligan mo yung mga puno doon sa taas kasi walang water supply doon. Wala doon waterworks. Diba? Saan ang gagaling yung tubig na bumababa from the rivers? It's from the mountains. Saan ang galing yung tubig from the mountains? Of course, from the clouds. Duh. Diba? So basically, saan naman ang galing yung water from the clouds? It's from the evaporation process from the ocean itself. So kapag sobrang init, anong sunod? Of course, uulan. Right? So, dito sa Pilipinas, meron tayong 2 climates or seasons. Yun yung ating tag-ulan at saka tag-init. So, sa ibang bansa, meron silang 4 seasons or meron silang 4 climates. What is the difference between weather and climate? Of course, the spelling. Tama. Joke. Ano ang difference ng climate at saka weather? Weather, or yung sabi natin panahon, ngayon mainit, mamaya uulan. Well, the climate, it's actually the season. Wala namang winter dito sa Pilipinas. So basically, winter is a climate. It's part of the 4 climates of the United States or other countries. Ngayon, ang pinag-usapan natin is hydrologic cycle. Why is it necessary for water to move from one place to another? Diba? To sustain life. Okay, that's the final answer. Is that your final answer? Yes, it is my final answer. To sustain life. Okay? Why do we need to sustain life? Of course, it is necessary to sustain life. Diba? Bakit? So, as one generation will give the life to another generation, and then life will be passed on from one age to another lineage. Okay. So, basically, hydrologic cycle is the movement of water from one place to another. Kapag sobrang init at sobrang El Nino nangyari sa Pilipinas, anong sunod na mangyari? El Niña? No. La Niña. So, La Niña, di ba, magkakaroon ng baha. At tayo ay na-rank sa, ano ba? Na-rank tayo as second sa pinakamalakas na bagyo sa buong mundo. Actually, disastrous country sa buong mundo. Rank tayo ay number 2. Dahil, or it's because of the typhoon, super typhoon Yolanda that has struck. Anong lugar yun? Yeah, Tacloban. Okay, so basically, tayo daw ay number 2. Number 2 daw tayo sa most dangerous place in terms of natural calamity. So, yun, nagkaroon ng Yolanda, naubos yung 5,000 tao sa Tacloban. Is it fair? Of course it is. Diba? According to our ecology, it's just part of nature. Diba? Kapag sobrang dami, ano gagawin? Babawasan. Diba? So, kapag sobrang dami ng tao sa Pilipinas has this 110 million population. So, anong gagawin ng Diyos? Papadalan tayo ng isang presidente. Duterte. 20,000 namatay sa drug war. Okay? So, bawas. So, it is actually part of nature. No? Part of nature. Ngayon, the process that is taking place is the hydrologic cycle. No? Nabanggit ko kanina, kapag mainit na, magkakaroon ng evaporation of ocean. Yeah, the sea. Then mag-evaporate, pupunta siya sa clouds. Kapag napuno na yung clouds, magkakaroon ng condensation process. And then precipitation, babagsak na sila. Saan sila babagsak? Ngayon, the natural world is very intelligent. Ano? Hindi niya ibabagsak ang ulan doon sa desert. Di ba? Right. Okay. Bakit kaya? Di ba? Natanong niyo ba yung sarili niyo? Bakit hindi siya ibabagsak sa desert? So, saan siya ibabagsak? Of course! Sa rainforest. That's the reason why it is called rainforest. Because it's raining from time to time. Bakit? Kasi the plants are attracting the clouds, you know? And is it true na kapag ikaw ay maingay doon sa bundok, nauuyog ang ulap at buwabagsak? Yes, buwabagsak ang ulan kapag maingay yung hiker. Yes. Okay, so basically, the process goes on and on and on for the ages. Pero, nagkakaroon ba ng changes in the climate? Of course, we are actually experiencing it right now. Kung dati, sabihin natin ang tag-ulan ay May ang tag-ulan start na. Ngayon, umuurong na. Diba? Sabihin natin, August na. Nakikisabay din siya sa pasukan. Diba? Umurong na rin ang pasukan ng college, ng PSU. Nag-urong din yung tag-ulan. Sumasabay siya, no? Anyway, sublimation is the phase change from solid to gas. Okay, meron tayong, how many states of matter do we have? Or, do you know? Tatlo, right? So, on our elementary age, nung tayo ay elementary, meron tayong tatlong states of matter. Those are the solid, liquid, and gas. Okay, very bright, abnormal kids. Hindi naman siya tatlo lang, ano? Nung tayo ay high school, nadagdagan ng isa. So, apat na daw yung ating states of matter from solid, liquid, gas, going to plasma. Diba? So, kapag sobra-sobra ang heat, naghihiwalay yung mga particles. And nung college, biglang nadagdagan na, pang 5. So, ilan na ating states of matter? We have 5. Solid, liquid, gas, plasma, and Bose-Einstein condensate. Sino naka-discover? Of course, Mr. Bose at saka si Einstein. So, kapag sobrang lamig naman ng temperature, ang two particles na hindi dapat siya magkasama ay nagsumasama bigla. Right? So, that's the reason why they created or invented the refrigerator or freezer. Si Mr. Bose at saka si Einstein. So, sila nag-develop ng freezer or ng refrigerator. Now, freezer does not matter on areas that are very cold, ano? Pero in areas like on the regions like South Africa or Africa itself or the tropical countries like Philippines, it is a very nice invention. Kasi kapag mainit, gusto mo magkaroon ng malamig na drinks or you want to preserve things like meat or anything na food mo, it's very useful, ano? Now, sublimation is the phase change from solid into gas. Okay, so lahat na natin to, guys. Pwede ba ako mag-read? Sige na, huwag na lang. Anyway, so solid, meron tayong solid, meron tayong liquid, tsaka meron gas. From solid to gas, anong process yun? Solid to liquid. Melting, okay? When you melt a solid material going to a liquid form, the process is called melting, okay? So, ngayon naman, from liquid going to gas, what do you call that process? Or phase change? You call that, you call that evaporation, okay? From liquid going to gas, that's evaporation. How about gas going to liquid? So that's condensation. How about liquid going to solid? Freezing, right? Liquid going to solid ice, that's freezing. Okay, so ano tayo? Difficult level. Solid going to gas. So what do you call that process? You call that process sublimation. Okay? From solid going to gas, that is sublimation. Ano example ng sublimation? Okay, for example, if you have this albatross inside your CR or your comfort room, nakasabit yung albatross, not the actual albatross, of course, the albatross na pabango or yung, anong tawag dito din? Yeah, yung scent, whatever. Bathroom Chinese scent. Yung nakasabit. Sige, pakita ko ng albatross. Albatross is actually a big bird, pero that's actually a brand lang, ano. Yeah. Okay. So, pag sinabit mo itong pabango mo sa CR na ito, yung nakasabit na parang solid na parang wax. Yun. Through time, nababawasan yun siya. Wala namang dumidilap doon, pero, you know, nababawasan yun. Diba? That's actually sublimation from solid to gaseous state. How about gaseous state into solid? Oh, another example of sublimation is the naphthalene balls inside your cabinets. Yes. The naphthalene balls or the mothballs. Yeah. Eventually, nauubos yung mothballs mo dun. Siguro, kinakain ng ipis? No. Hindi siya kinakain ng ipis. So, yeah, it's a sublimation process. How about gas going to solid? For example, when you spray the, ang tawag doon, yung pagpatay ng apoy?
Extinguisher.
Fire extinguisher. Very bright talaga si Ma'am Lizelle. Yun. So, meron tayong fire extinguisher, di ba? It is actually a gaseous form. You spray it, tapos biglang nagkakaroon ng mga precipitates. So, yeah, from the word itself, precipitation, right? So, condensation is the process of transformation of water vapor, liquid water to droplets. Advection is the process from moves water, regardless of its state, throughout the atmosphere. It serves as evaporated water over the oceans to be precipitated over land. Yan. So, meron tayo. So, questions to think about. Oh, ilang minutes na ba tayo, guys? Oh, 26 minutes. Ang daldal ko. Questions to think about. In your own understanding, give the basic importance of water, its uses, and role it plays in their daily lives. Of course, nabanggit natin. In a laboratory, water is the mostly widely used compound. Of course, it is a universal solvent. Importance of water. Water is very useful in industry, source of power. Another thing to remember, no? Water can be translated into power, of course, by the use of what force? Crew. Anong force? Gravitational force, di ba? Kapag sa river, anong force ba yung nag-attract sa water to go down? Of course, it's a gravitational force. Okay. So ngayon, using the power of gravitational force and using the water as a volume that pushes downwards. So gagamitin natin yung power ng water to generate electricity, and that is what you call the hydroelectric power plant. Water is important in digestion, transporting nutrients and movement. Nabanggit na natin. So Teacher's Tech. As we proceed forward knowing the surroundings, water does play an important part of the lives and of many organisms. Question. Do you consider yourself as an organism? Of course, I do. And also you should. Sabi ng ating lesson, water is very important in regulating body processes, meaning without the water compound, posibleng walang presence ng buhay dito sa ating mundo. Kung makikita natin, every element is important, but on this lesson, may emphasis sa water compound, lalong-lalo na ang tubig ay isa sa pinakamaraming reserve sa ating mundo. Kaya ang layunin ng ating lesson na ito ay maimulat ang ating mata sa importansya ng tubig at kung paano natin pangalagaan at gamitin ng wasto. Grabe Tagalog, my gosh. Okay, so yeah, soil na tayo sunod. Yeah, ang dahil pa pala, guys. So, dyan magtatapos muna ang ating chikahan dito sa ating TV, Channel TV. Don't forget to subscribe and anong tawag dito? Comment down below. Sabihin nyo lang, hi sir. Yeah. Okay, see you guys next video. Bye-bye. Bye-bye Sir Dale, tsaka Ma'am Lizelle. Bye-bye po.